I've got 4 boys at home. I wanted a girl really bad, and I worked for an OB/GYN office, and so I knew the ultrasound tech. So at 16 weeks, she snuck me in to see boy, girl, you know, what we're having. Do I need to have some time to cope for that other boy, or do I get to go buy me some pink dresses? And so she let me know that I get to go buy some pink dresses, and we were absolutely ecstatic.
My husband, he's a firefighter. He works so hard to save people's lives, runs into burning homes and rescues people. He just does anything for anybody. He has a big heart.
Of course, my little man, Dawson, every day it's an adventure with him. He is 2. He will be 3 in February.
We met at church, actually. He called me and we stayed on the phone till 4 o'clock in the morning, and then it just went from there. So you just know. So I knew then that he was the right one for me, and we've been in love ever since.
Megan has a little personality that, I mean, she's got 4 brothers, so she can hold her own, that's for sure. You can tell she's got 4 brothers. She loves to play, she loves to dance. I was pregnant, and we found out when I was 20 weeks pregnant that she had spina bifida.
On March the 16th, I was diagnosed with cancer. And the doctor sits there and looks you in the eye and says, "We're going to try to get ahead of this and save your life. But honestly, I can't guarantee you that we can do that." You know, you just start thinking, is this how it ends? Is this it?
August 13th of that next year, she was diagnosed with the hydrocephalus, which is a complication of the spina bifida, so she had to have a VP shunt placed in her head. October 4th, she got really, really sick back home. She wouldn't look at you, she was like looking through you instead of looking at you. Flew her by jet to St. Louis, and they finally found that she was septic, but she also was diagnosed with HLH. So Megan has hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis. So it's a rare immune disorder that basically once she gets some kind of an illness, her immune system kicks into overdrive, attacking good cells as well as bad cells, and she was just basically eating herself alive from the inside out. My heart was just ripped out, you know, I just was numb, I couldn't quit crying, I couldn't breathe. My husband was there and he was in tears. There's no other child in the world with both spina bifida and HLH. She's that unique. We're coming up every 2 weeks now for chemo treatments to wait for bone marrow transplant. And then we're going to be up here for 6 months. I'm going to be gone from my other kids for 6 months. This common cold that if she acquires during that process, I mean, it could kill her. So we can't go home, it's too far away.
Anyone who lives in St. Louis knows that people come from all over the world to get life-saving treatments and cures, and the hospitals and the breadth and depth of the types of medical treatments that you can get are pretty phenomenal.
Living 4.5 hours away, we had to have somewhere to stay, so thank goodness the social workers helped us get, you know, into HavenHouse.
I had been the main breadwinner throughout our family life, and all of a sudden that was gone. Thankfully, like I said, the healthcare workers saw that opportunity and introduced me to HavenHouse, and it's been a blessing.
HavenHouse provides a comfort of home and a community of support to families that travel to St. Louis for medical care. Families stay anywhere from a few days to months and months, and we try to have them leave their worries at the door.
It's not a hotel, it really is a home away from home.
I think he thought this was home. I think he likes it a little better than home because he's got a gym and his multiple playrooms back there.
And the staff here, I mean, they're like family. You walk in, it's like, oh, hey, how are you doing? You know, we miss them whenever we have to actually go. I don't like getting emotional. I'm going to try not to get emotional, but they make you feel like you're the only other person in the world that has problems, and they try to make sure those problems are taken care of. She gets out and she can play, she can laugh, she can have some fun, you know, away from home. And so I would say it's definitely part of the healing process.
You sort of feel insignificant in terms of the scope of things when you think about what these families are going through.
You know, to come up and get hotels and this and that would have broken my family because I wasn't working.
The biggest challenge is raising the funds between what we charge the families to stay and what it costs.
She is very strong. Megan has defied the odds already. You know, all we can do is think positive. I know she's only got a 54% chance of kicking through, so she's on my hip 24/7 too, because she wants mommy and she wants to be held, and that's what she's gonna get.
St. Louis is ever growing in terms of the capacity to do cutting edge medical care, and we hope we can grow along with it.
Well, tomorrow I go and I get another round of chemo, and after that I'll be back, and then that will also be my last treatment.
We didn't have HavenHouse to stay at. We may have had to stay closer to home where there wasn't specialists, and she probably wouldn't be here.